Day 12. You are a machine, absolutely killing this challenge. Well done. I do also want to remind us, though, that we're not just reading for a tick box. It's really satisfying hitting that poll every day. We're not just wanting to get the task done. We're wanting to grow in relationship with Jesus. And so every time we read the word, he reveals himself to us. We learn a little bit more about him. And as we draw near to him, he draws near to us. In Matthew chapter 12, Matthew is continuing sort of highlighting the interaction of the people to the message of Jesus and to the person of Jesus. Specifically, the Pharisees here, they were the synagogue people, you will remember, and they had all of these laws, literally hundreds of laws that they had codified over centuries. They had taken the original law that God gave and just built this out into this massive stack that had to be kept. And Jesus comes to show them, and he says he desires mercy and not sacrifice. That's the second time that he quotes that passage from Isaiah. And he's highlighting that it's not about us keeping the laws and the regulations. It's about our heart being right before him. And so also what happens in this chapter, they call him Beelzebub, which is the Lord of the Flies. It was a name for one of the Philistine gods. It had become a synonym for the devil, for Satan. He responds, he says, you guys are brood of vipers. You are snakes. Your hearts have become so corrupted. And he calls them back to a heart of worship. Every one of those laws, and they were missing this, not the laws that they'd added on, that was just man-made, but the original law of God, that reflected a heart, a principle of worship. And God was calling them back to this principle of worship. Then they go and they want to sign these skeptical believers, as Pharisees rather, and Jesus is like, guys, you're looking for these signs, look at all of the stuff you've already seen. What more do you need? And he says, I'll give you a sign later when I raise from the dead. And then his mother and his brothers appear. Jesus was a family guy, very important. Sometimes we miss this. He doesn't chase his mother and brothers away. Interesting, his father isn't mentioned there. We're not sure what happened to his father at this stage. And his earthly father, obviously, is non-DNA father. You get that he was born of a virgin. And then Jesus, he's like, you're all my family. He doesn't chase his mother and brothers away. He just uses the moment to highlight that everyone who follows him, everyone who does the will of his Father, that is his family.